Hello and welcome. We are thrilled to have you here. Our channel is all about intercultural communication. You can expect engaging discussions and fascinating insights. And plenty of fun, of course. We are all about fun, aren't we? So basically, we dive into the unique ways people in different cultures enjoy different things. And today's subject of Una Española, en Nederlander ja Suomipoika is the invisible, basically. But before that, hey, what happened in the last episode, guys?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good night.
So
It
basically,
happened.
beyond the visible this time. But before that, before we go beyond the visible, what happened last time? What was the twists and turns? Spain.
Oof. A lot of things happened last time, Mark. Or
A
not?
lot of things happened, yes.
What we were talking about.
We started talking about growth,
Yeah.
but ended up with a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
So,
was it. And we were going from growth to protection, and protection also grows growth. Let's say.
yeah.
No? If you have protection, you can also grow, as well. If I would want to add that if you have too much protection, also is impossible to grow, actually.
Yeah, I fully agree.
But it has to be like a balance. That is something that we didn't talk about the other day, but like I think like in everything, it's like kind of like if you have a balance, then it's something positive, no?
Yeah, I guess so. And if you're in your comfort zone, it's not gonna grow. Well, the comfort zone, can it grow? What? No, but yeah, too safe, no risks, no growth. And for me, I remember that was growth is about change mostly. And usually, if you don't change something, you don't grow. That was my main idea, I guess. Then we went to all sorts of places where we got million different ideas, I guess, and all that.
That's it.
So, but yeah, check out the video, leave comments, tell about your own stuff. We have also done the Friday 13th things, ghosts, and I don't know what else, traveling.
Yeah.
Communication.
The Christmas thing. We have too many things. We do things.
Everything and nothing. Everything and nothing. By the way,
that was my favorite.
We will start with everything and nothing. The next chapter.
Yeah.
Again, we were deciding what was it like every three standard conversations. We will have like one everything and nothing.
Yeah, I guess last time was also a little bit that.
Yeah, but like it was like we have some kind of starting point, but in everything and nothing we don't have a starting point. Never. It comes
just mere skeleton.
Random. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah,
so,
hey, subscribe and like, hit the bell, make comments, give your own ideas, join the discussion, join the, I don't know, family, clan, whatever. I don't know if you want to make any. Join the party, the fun. I don't know. What are they supposed to people to join? The community? I don't know, man. What do you think?
Us.
Conversation.
We are the ANS. Once upon a time, resistance is futile.
Yeah.
You can join us. Hey, and now yes, today's subject is beyond the visible. Beyond the visible.
Yeah, but hey, before that, have you made your homework?
Yes.
Yes,
I have, but
I was naughty.
You were naughty. No, bueno. No.
Okay.
No, I get.
Now I know. in the last chapter, we were talking about the hidden societies, like secret societies, about the Masons.
Went there.
Masons, no? How do you say it in English? How do you say it? Masons?
Mason. Freemason.
Masonry.
Yeah.
Well, we had the homework, and some people didn't do the homework. And
yeah, maybe it's because he's from he's a Mason himself.
Okay.
He doesn't want to say anything about it.
I don't belong to anything.
Yeah.
I'm in between, you know.
Yeah.
And I always go on a push bike. So.
Yeah. Out.
I'm the push bike Mason.
Hey, I think Michael Jackson has copied that. They did something like this in the Thriller video. I think.
No, but this is there.
I thought
everybody copies the Dutch, and it's everybody does like.
Everybody just wants the bike.
Brazilian samba,
No, guys, you are mistaken with Thriller. But this is something like this.
Yes, but those people who were nice.
That's not push biking. That's more like. What?
Fucking head.
Yeah.
Hey, the people who did the homework. Spain, do you want to start about the masonry? Freemasons in Spain. Some kind of info about that. You want me to
Well, start? I have to say that we have. I am impressed, first of all, because we have masonry in Spain, yes, but not that much actually. Like we have only it's 3,700 members, and if you compare it with the rest of Europe, it's insignificant, because for example, if you go to France, then you will have 250,000 members. And in England, it's a lot also. Yeah?
How many people in France? I don't remember.
I think it was something around 250,000 members.
Okay, but how many people live in France? What was the population?
The population from France, well, it's much
80 million, 80 million or something.
Yes,
80 million is Germany?
Germany has 85 million, if I'm right.
I think that France is bigger. If I
no, it's smaller.
Yeah, I'm just smaller. Thinking about the ratio.
Maybe 60 million. Is there any French to inform us
about your population?
We don't know anything about French people.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
No,
but this is a big difference, And then I have here, the stuff is in principle, the Masons, I like the values that they have. That is justice, freedom, and fraternity. So it's in principle it looks quite nice, But then it's I have here. I was checking, The basics of it is they through the symbolism they learn and they unfold themselves. They are searching for knowledge, and they are trying to do good for themselves and for society, and they have been persecuted, and this is the reason why they are secret, but this is, I don't know, is quite strange for me, because the point is it's also a little bit dark thing that they have to pay. I was here, it was first they have to become a member, you have to pay 450 euros, and then you pay 50 euros per month. You have an initial pay of 450 euros, and then it's 50 euros and 50 euros every month, and they say that this is for candles, and I say, joder, how much candles are you gonna buy with 50 euros? I don't know, but imagine, 3,000 members for 50 euros per month. I don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of candles. Well, anyway, Yeah, it's a curious thing because the point in this, I don't say that they are bad or something like this, but the fact that you cannot see or you cannot track what they really do, and this fraternity stuff that they have between the members. So meaning that if a member is if he's doing bad, you can also like cover the ass of that member. No, I think like
Yeah, I think it's more like a
I
clan.
don't know if it's like this, but this is what I am a bad thinker, but this is what I think that that's not
They're
good.
more like a
they
secret
possess
clan.
behind doors. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Funny thing, if I may, still is that basically also it's like a secret society, and basically everyone knows that they exist. So it's not like that secret in that sense. I bet they have some
what is
society that nobody even knows that exists. That's a real secret society in the end.
But you know what is surprising? That when I was looking about your countries, like for example from
what business you
Nordic countries. No, I am not going to talk about Finland, but I am going to talk about like Sweden, for example. Sweden has like 12,000, I think. No, 12,000. Yes, 12,000 Masons. It's a society. There are like 6 million of people, 7 million, and they have like 12,000. We are 48 million of people in Spain, 45, 40, like around the 40. And then the stuff is like in Sweden, they have like 12,000. But if you go to Norway, that is also like really a small, amount of people living there. They have 20,000 Masons.
If there is somebody, make comments. People from Sweden, make comments. Somebody make comments. Anyone. If you have
now we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know what you know.
If you know some
as civilians.
That's most likely things that we don't. We are here to learn as well. Well, we are here to learn basically. Yes, more than less.
And it's supposed to be that the how do you say it? like the principles that they follow and everything is like you have to be like an ethic and with morals, and all of them they have to believe that there is something bigger than them. So some kind of like architect, there you don't have to follow any specific religion or something like this, or any religion is banned from this.
They have their own religion.
No, it's just that they are exploring the self and the. I mean, like in the how do you say, in the theory is good, but in the practice I don't know how good it is and how clean it is, but it's controversial.
I guess it depends on which one you're on. One is good, one is a little bit less good, one is...
Wait a second, but I am going to close the door because my daughter is appearing in the video and I don't want her to be in the video.
No, I locked my kids away. So.
You locked your kids?
Yep.
Okay. Funny. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's I don't know if those groups are better for society or if they are just good for themselves,
Well, for themselves, you can be sure that they are good because what they do is like they have like this code of fraternity that they help each other. So I guess this is
of course they are good for themselves, else they wouldn't make it, But I don't know if it's good for society or so. I don't know. They can talk or have good principles or something, but I think it's like the most of people, it's like it's group building.
Well, I guess it can easily go to this that you better your group or take care of your group in the expense of another group. Like like stuff ends and somebody else interest start and rights and all that stuff. So I guess that can be easily considered, like, let's say that you are in the masonry stuff, and I could easily, even in a hockey team, for huck's sake, in a sense, it's like it's your teammate, so you're gonna favorite them in some manner. And if you have even, that's probably actually like, let's think about a sports team. It's probably good point. I've been in the army, so I have still some. I haven't seen the people from there, but even when I met them afterwards, there was like some kind of funny, like a bit of a special bond in some manner.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, that would be so easy to favor those that you are close to somehow. Why wouldn't these people there, in the expense of others also? Why not? That's what I think.
Group building is not bad, you know. It's not something, but it's bad. It can be good, you know, if the morals are good.
It yes, but I think that that's the same thing that in everything else, that it can be good and bad and both. That is probably is both in that sense.
But in principle, you could belong to one of these groups, but I guess that you have to pass a filter or something like this, you know.
I don't know.
So and I am not sure about like if you can really live like, you know, like so freely, you know. They say that if you stop to pay the payments that you have to make, like the fees, then they invite you to leave, I guess. So, but I don't know, because then when you join them, you have like to keep secret certain stuff. So
yeah, you cannot leave. You cannot leave that quickly because you have those secrets.
Yes, so, and then you have like some kind of compromise that you acquire with them or something like that. I'm not really sure about that. But what is the main because that is something that we should, if we are interested on this, we should like really dig on this and to find out, like, you know, with knowledge. But the stuff is like, what is interesting is that it's like a secondary society that works in behind, and how influential they are, you know, because for example, if like they are like, I don't know, if like they are lawyers working on this or something, they imagine, you know, or judge or stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, rich people, the higher elite, you know.
Yeah, well, this is the stuff also, I think in this case with the masonry also, it's like this is an assumption, and we have gotten this information somehow, somewhere in the online, on the documentaries, and then like, I don't know, I don't, at least don't think I know anyone who would be into this. And I bet checking, I have some like I think I saw some documentary and read about the things. And funny enough, for example, in this Wikipedia in Finnish at least, it's kind of like put really respectfully, or like it's not put like that there would be any. It's just saying like, well, that they are it's kind of neutral, positive what they put there. And then you can probably find many other pages when they talk about this. But do you want to say something now about the Spanish masonry business still, Spain?
No, that they have been persecuted during the Franco times, that's for sure, and then they came back, you know.
And how does the church see them, Catholic Church?
Well, there is like a kind of, I think that's like they were telling, I was hearing from a priest that then if you are like from the Catholic, it's not really good that you are Mason, that they don't see it that okay. But I guess that there is all kinds of religions inside. I would say that it's more like Protestant people inside there than Catholics.
Okay.
Why that?
Yes. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. Yes.
I think the whole religion thing is a Mason too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like there's like secret societies are in everywhere, you know.
I think in heavy metal. No,
even yes.
In metal, you have
societies are in everywhere, but
now, hey, let's not go to the religion at least in this point yet. So do you want to say something about the Mason still? Because this is the introduction.
No. What did you find in Finland? In Finland.
I'm surprised. Hey, a small thing about it. I kind of remember pretty well, but in the 1753 or something, it came to Finland, I think. In the 1700s, it came.
And the 18th century.
Yes, we were under Sweden at the
time.
That
was the same for all.
What?
Yep. That was the same. Yeah, in Spain, it was in the 18th century as well.
Yes, fair enough. So basically, yeah, they were here. We were under Sweden, and that was like the Swedish Rite. It has 10 levels and stuff like this. Then they were back and forth in Helsinki, Turku, and all that kind of stuff. Then they had the Helsinki laws, basically. And then 1813 basically came to an end. We were under Russia. Then Alexander I, if I remember correctly, he forbid the whole business of masonry and he was limiting that you couldn't congregate, you couldn't meet, like this meeting limitations that people cannot come together, because I guess he was afraid of who knows what.
Rebellion, yes.
Yeah, that's the stuff. And people have got together in many countries from beer places to God knows what taverns and all sorts of caves or whatever to make things.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, I guess. I think from Nazis to God knows what else, that things have been done. Maybe a couple of pints or a little bit wine, and I don't really like this guy who's there doing this, so we're gonna get rid of this guy. I don't know why would I say like American whatever thing, but yeah, okay. Fast forward, like 1822, they are forbidden. Then they stay like underground. Officially, they don't exist. And then basically 1922, masonry is returned, and it's gonna be more like the Anglo-American rights. So the Finnish people who have gone like in the 1800s, 1900s to America come back. They bring it basically from there, and they start the laws number 1, Suomi laws number 1 in Helsinki. And one of the founding members, fair enough, is the Finnish famous, he makes pretty cool songs, Jean Sibelius. So if you have him, if you want to put a picture of this guy, he's bald and ugly old. In the pictures, usually kind of heavy, if it's possible. There's not too much. So basically, he's one of the founding members. And
I'm gonna get out the battery.
Oh dear. So basically, he's one of the founding members. He actually composed music for the masonry, which they are still using to this day. And they have other stuff like that. And basically, funny enough, Helsinki is full of symbols from masonry. Like the oldest, like a landmark, or like this kind of like a, when you have statues, or you have like this kind of pieces of rock, what they are called, and then you have writing, this is a memory of something or whatever. The oldest like this, which is a grave of a Freemason, is in
You mean a status?
Statues I know, but like you have like a landmark or like this kind of memorabilia. You have a metallic plate in a wall that somebody has done something in that street or in the building or whatever. But the oldest thing like this is from a grave of a Mason in Kaisaniemi Park. And actually, when you go around Helsinki, it's full of masonry symbols. It's a lot of it. And I found out that in Finland there's something like at least 7,300 Freemasons. And they have basically officially like three like levels, and then if you want to do more, it's like a Scottish rites that you can get more levels and to educate you more in this. And I think it was 180 lodges in 40 locations. So actually, if you have 6 million people, a bit less, I think 5.7, 5.8 million, we have kind of a lot of the Freemasons around. That's kind of interesting, I think. So basically,
well, that would be quite interesting to know what kind of professions are in Finland. because it just called my attention that there is like only 3,700 in Spain, and in Finland, like in Finland, 12 no, how much? In Finland, I didn't give the data, but in Finland you have 7,000 or something like
Maybe
that.
the Spanish are better to stay secret.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we are. Yeah, maybe we are still. Yeah, maybe we are more sharp with this that you don't even know how many we are in the schools.
Correctly, by the way, with the Finnish thing, which is it was first under New York and American laws. So basically, they got legitimacy. They were I don't know how to. Well, okay, they kind of like recognized the Finnish laws. It was under New York, America, and New York laws, and they had like the American people, the
wow,
people
that explains a lot.
Of the last century, like once a year, and they were doing all sorts of business together, and they still like good terms, I guess, obviously. So that's kind of interesting. There's a connection to America. What comes down to Spain, if I may say really fast, is I guess the Spain and Catholic Church is pretty strong, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, maybe if they don't really like that shit that much, they say no. And they are making sure that maybe that it won't spread so well. And here, by the way, with that said, we have the Lutheran thing, which is like, best of my knowledge, is losing members. Like
we leave the incognites in the air, like why you hold this like this? That it doesn't match the stuff. For me, it's like like beep 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 beep. Why? And that also, like, the Catholics no, but the Lutherans yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think maybe
why the Lutherans yes, and then the fact that the Lutero, we can talk about many things about him as well.
I know, but let's
and divide and conquer. I will leave it like this: divide and conquer.
Yeah. The point being probably is like people, the Lutheran really like the part of Christianity, I think, is kind of liberal in that sense that it's not really like really strict. At least in here, people, what I know, most of people they don't even go to the bloody church. But maybe we leave the religions out for now, and we have something.
Well, go to Holland, and you will flip out with the amounts of different Protestants that are there, and then they have different rules for them. Some people cannot even watch the television on Sundays, stuff like really like,
Yeah.
Like really rules like this. So, but inside the Protestants, there are many, many, many different ones. Or maybe like Mark can tell better about this, no?
But there are many religions,
Yeah.
So
yeah, but there are but I guess that inside, I think like Catholics are more like unified in the rituals than Protestants.
Yeah, maybe right? That's the reason. But hey,
well, yes. I don't know. What I hear a lot, is I hear a lot about that Catholics are really like, how do I say it? Really in one line, always the same, and they're really strict, but they're really stubborn, and Catholics don't have a good name. The most of them they don't have a good name.
Okay, now guys, I think let's make something about religion, which is a volatile subject, I guess, some other time, and let's move on.
No, wait. I just wanted to show what you were telling, like
yes.
Jan Sibelius.
Yeah, that's
so people can know who was.
It's I think with secret Masons and stuff, I think in Holland there are many.
Oh, he's pretty young. You should. There's an older picture. He looks really mean. And
was Jan Sibelius. He was a compositor and
composer. I guess the most famous one in Finland. I think he was drinking. I think it was him drinking with other composers, and one of them went to Russia. They were drinking like a couple of weeks in a restaurant, and in some, and they one went to conduct a concert in Russia. He took a couple of days, let's say a few days, he was away. Then he came back, and one of them said, like, I don't know, you cannot really drink here because this one guy he's going all the time somewhere. When he went, for a week and then came back and continued drinking. So even from there, the musicians, what I know, what I've seen, also. But hey,
we come back, Mark. We come back again about the drinking thing from the films.
It always comes back to this, but now
someday.
Invisible. Yes or no? See or no?
The jeans, yes. Okay, so
basically-
I take that away. Can I?
Take
Yes,
Bilius
no,
away.
like
He's
this.
visible
Yes.
at the moment. His music lives on. Hey, how do
I take this out? Stop.
Now it doesn't show here.
Yes, now.
How the Spanish people approach the invisible on its all forms? How is this whole things that you cannot really see, and I don't know, matters of faith in a way also, and then feelings, vibes, vibrations.
The invisible. I think that we are quite like talking about like things that when we are suspecting about something or like this, we immediately it's like what we were talking in the first thing, that we kind of like to communicate a lot. So when we notice that something is weird, because the invisible can be anything, no? Can be like force of nature, can be secret societies, can be like your neighbor beating the wife or the other way around, so the invisible, something that we are not able to see, but we perceive it in another way, so when we are like this, we are like kind of verbalizing what's going on, or did something happen really strange to me, like last week or something, and we talk about it. So we put it on the table. I think we talk about the invisible things that I at least, if I will have to say from my experience and what I do, so I tell it. And sometimes you may think like maybe people is gonna think that I am crazy or something like this, but it's better someone, it's better to say this, or at least I think like it's better to share this and to get some conclusions than to keep it to myself, even if they think that I am crazy for that I have seen something that maybe was not there, That's my thing.
I have some creatures staring at me from the window. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so you share, and the Dutch.
You share.
The Dutch share too, I guess, but it's also like what you said, like we are open structures mostly, and you can talk openly about invisible things, and because people have a lot of social knowing, because Holland is like a social land, so it's a lot of social knowing everybody has. People know fastly, they can link real fast between stuff and then make the invisible visible without speaking about it, but and but it's also a part that a lot of people are there also who don't interested, especially the modern time. In modern time, a lot of people don't interest, but still, the invisible is you have to be open. You can talk openly about invisible things, especially also on schools and stuff with young kids, and also with teenies and stuff. If a teacher, for example, notices something a little bit weird or stuff, there's immediately conversation. It's like really contact from, hey, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. What's the problem? And that's a social thing. So yeah, it's also a lot of invisible talk. If you talk about invisible things like aliens or whatever, like the weirder part, those invisible things, I think the Dutch are really sober in that. You know, it's really like if I don't see it, yeah, we can talk about it. You know, more like that, more in a realistic way, and not like not that like wow, there is something and wow. No, just realistic. And hey, if I don't see it, I can think about it, and if it's not realistic, then I have other things to do. So
Okay.
A bit in that way.
So it's well. I think here is we don't really communicate. Okay, but I'm just kidding. We do, but I think what I would say in here, how I have been, I think myself is like I wouldn't go just to tell anyone or everyone. I think it would be like I would kind of like talk to the person if I feel that the person is kind of in the, like feels the same way or something like this, because that could be seen that you're fucking crazy or something. I'm sorry, the language again. But I think I would think that many people would first like think to whom that they will talk about this, and I have talked about this with many people, and I have with people, my friends even shared some kind of experiences that would be weird and stuff. So you talk about this. I think this is something that maybe not publicly, like you don't go to the news screaming about something, and people would be maybe reserved, and they would be probably also their approach would be, like, well, I'm not really sure. I don't think they would be like, like the America series was the Ancient Aliens. There's the guy with the kind of crazy hair. Then he's saying, I'm not saying that was the Ancient Aliens. Then the next sentence, what he says basically is, but it was the Ancient Aliens. Meaning that he's making some jumps and, conclusions. So I think people here would be mostly kind of careful not to jump to the conclusion like, that was an alien or that was a UFO. Okay, if you really like, maybe if you like literally saw a gray creature coming out of a something, you would say, but I think you would be a little bit careful to whom. I don't think you would be, if you would go online, like you go online, you make a channel about it, most likely people think you're nuts. But I think more privately it's fine. I think people talk about these kind of things. I would like to think, at least I have talked about with my mother or with my friends, and about UFOs, aliens, and God knows what spooky things, like ghosts and experiences that are, like maybe the X-Files helped or something. I don't know. But I think that the people do experience this and also discuss about this. Maybe the alcohol has something to do with again.
Beer.
Again and again with the alcohol. Okay, so
Yeah, but pretty sweet. Huh?
have you ever felt the presence of something you couldn't see when you were a child?
I don't remember that I would have. I cannot say. Or maybe when I was in the dark. In the dark, I felt like something.
Yes, this is what I mean. Have you feel like afraid, or have you feel like when you were alone in your room or something? Did you feel the presence of something else?
Sorry, I jumped into I didn't ask. I just went. I have kind of felt something in the dark, and I remember when we were already like 10, 12. We got this kind of hysteria going that there's someone or something in the house. We were like 10 years or something. We started poking closets, and we were honestly scared. It felt like there might have been something. So, but that's my short. Then, Mark.
How old were you? Can you remember this?
10.
10.
Maybe 10.
10.
Yeah, not really small anymore. So I think we hyped it up somehow, like we created something. Then we started believing it, I think was the case. Then we honestly felt that there is something weird going on, and we started poking closets that there is nobody there. I was fucking scary. I still remember it. I'm 50, dude. So it's kind of 40 years ago.
And you, Mark?
Yeah, I had of course some experiences, but more like he said, it's more like you're a kid and you imagine something, and then you have seen a horror movie or something like that. More in that way. I think I had more, and that was a little bit weird. I can remember it. It's more like when I was a young kid, I I don't know how to explain it, but it was like if I feel myself like an atom, and I can see everything in small parts and the whole world in small parts and stuff like that. I don't know. It's really weird. I still can have it sometimes, but I don't really know what it is. I don't know what it's how to explain it or something. It's really weird. But yeah, I feel like the whole world gets, or I get small or something. I don't know, and I really can't explain it. It's really weird. But
it's like that you can have the vision of the everything or something like this.
No, I'm full awake. I'm full. Let's say I lay in bed and I'm in myself and with myself, and I just feel everything gets small. Every day I feel myself like if I'm a millimeter small or something, or even smaller. And I can see with my eyes closed. I can see the whole space, everything around me, and stuff like that. You know, it's a really weird feeling, but a really fine feeling, a really good feeling. But it's really weird.
But you have never felt like the presence of someone else or something else next to you?
No, not really. Like
Or
in my old
something different that is not you, you know, but that there is some kind of something.
No, the weirdest thing I experienced was when I was a little bit elder, and I was in Czech Republic, and I had a night out and a little bit too much alcohol, and I woke up somewhere in the town I was, and I didn't know the town. I was alone. It was raining. I was sitting under a tree. I didn't know where I was.
In a tree.
I didn't know where to go, and I was sleeping at a friend's place. I didn't know where it was. I didn't know anything, and I was sitting there, and it was really like I was on a roundabout, and I was sitting there like, what the fuck? How do I get home? You know? And then a dog came to me. The dog woke me up, or has woken me up also, but a dog was with me, and the dog has guided me back to the place I had to go in one straight line. And also, I heard Spater from the friend that was the shortest road from there where I was to their home. It was really weird. If I went in the wrong street, the dog would walk in front of me and really like, I couldn't go there, so I had to go the other direction. And in that way, the dog guided me to my friend's place. And the moment I came, there was a square, and at the moment I came there, I see the home from my friend, and I was like, now I know where I am. And I walked around, and the dog was gone. Never seen him again.
Okay.
Really weird story.
I have to ask, like, as a Finnish person, I have to ask. Sorry, it's like how drunk you actually were. Like,
No, at the moment,
how drunk you were really.
Okay, at the moment I woke up, I wasn't drunk anymore.
Okay.
It was raining, I was wet, I was cold, I was awake again. It was in the morning, and I wasn't drunk anymore. I woke up, you know.
Okay, now the Spain went away.
Spain got scared for the dog.
They're like, fuck this shit, I'm going, man.
Yeah, it was really weird story. I shortened it out because the whole story goes too long. But it was that was really weird, you know. And yeah, sometimes you feel some kind of energy, but not like ghost and stuff like that. I don't know, not that. I think there is more in the world, but not ghosts or gods or something like that.
Sorry, I have a car. I don't hear, but no ghost, but energy. Yeah, okay. But did you have this, for example, that you were standing somewhere, you had to check behind your shoulder, that is there someone behind you? And then when you check, there is nobody, but you kind of felt that there was someone. That's like the
of course I had that sometimes, you know, but I think that's more an imagination of the mind, like a natural instinct.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. who knows what is the imagination of the mind in the end? Like we discussed earlier, maybe everything is, or maybe who knows.
No, it's like we are animals. We come from the forest or the nature, and if in the past, 100,000 years ago, when we still lived primitive, we always had to watch our backs because there were danger, because there were predators. So that's also the feeling. That's why we are also scared at night, because that was a dangerous time. And even though we don't have danger anymore these days, yeah, of course, there's always danger somewhere, but not like predators who are hunting us. So we have lost our natural predators, the dangers, but our mind and our instinct is still like 100,000 years ago. So that's why we still feel the fears.
Maybe we know within ourselves that we live amongst the most fierce predators that there are in the planet.
Yeah, humans.
Yes. It was funny. There was some kind of meme or something like, here is a white shark, and here is the the most fierce predator in the planet, and then there is the big white shark behind it, and then you saw a guy there. So in that sense, but
but that's also television, huh? Television makes us television, and then you go back to politics again. Politics does it also, but they make us fear. They make us having fear, and fear is the biggest power there is.
I don't know. So, love is bigger, hopefully.
And love is bigger, but I mean, fear. With fear, you can reach a lot with power. Yeah, Spain is back again.
Yeah, I think this is what is used by the certain stuff. If you think about the last few years, there is like kind of invisible threats being around, I guess, more and less literally invisible. Hey, how about Spain? Okay.
I didn't hear anything because I was
pay attention to the lesson here, okay, Spain?
I was taking substance for to survive. Yes.
Well,
no any wrong substance, just food. It's normal. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
That's the substance. There's no brand here or anything.
What substance is this that you hold in your hand?
It's like cheesy pups.
Cheesy
Gusanitos,
substance.
we call it in Spanish. Gusanitos. It's like little maggots.
Peanut chips.
I'm just here. I don't know if everyone sees this. It's like this.
Why here?
Oh, man, can you put it like? Can you put us the other way, because I'm trying to send like I don't.
Okay,
like
wait
this.
a second. Like this?
If you can read
it. Sleep me.
Help me. They make me sleep outside again. I'm again outside. It's cold. It's like colder than last time. They made me. Please help. I'm kidding. Am I? Hey, but okay. How about deja vu then? You have it. What do you think it is?
Deja vu. But deja vu is it not something like related to like lack of oxygen in your head?
I don't. Deja vu. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of deja vus.
Like this.
I think this is something related to oxygen, or like some kind of like circuit.
So it's not seeing the black cat like in the Matrix movie, and you see it again. It's like a twitch in the Matrix. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I've got a lot of deja vus, and
I have had deja vus, but not that much.
Me too.
Actually.
But I have to say that there's been sometimes really strong ones, and it's like I got really like, maybe I was running out of oxygen, but it was really like, no, but oh shit, I cannot get quite hold of it. It was being like really strong ones sometimes, like super like you are like
maybe that is related to alcohol.
Yeah,
is it?
I don't think I was drunk actually. Interesting. Never drunk, I think. Always sober.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that the consequences of this can come later, you know.
Yeah. Of course.
No. No,
No.
alcohol is a natural product. It's bio, so cannot be bad.
So, but basically, everybody has had deja vus. We don't not, and that's pretty much the stuff, right?
No, I don't know. It's
I don't think that
sometimes it's a bit weird, but
I don't think that comes from other dimension or something like this, or that you remember a past life or something.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think maybe yeah. I once heard a good explanation. It is if you really look to it, a lot of things repeat themselves, even though you have different people or different environment. It repeats itself, and deja vu is just a repetition of something you already experienced at some point, but you didn't really notice because it was normal experience, like that.
Yeah, but the point is that it's happening again, so it's kind of, I don't know. That seems funny, because how you would know that it's happening again, or this has happened before, if you don't quite, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but that's we are humans, and humans, well, most humans do all the same, even though there are a million things, but most people do all the same.
I think
it's
true. Yeah, I think people do the same thing, and there is a Finnish word called sisu, called grit in bad translation. It's like you keep doing the same shit all over and over again, and you don't change the stuff, and then it's considered like it's really, like you are really gritty and stuff because you hit your head on the wall, and eventually the wall might break or something like this.
Yeah, if you hit it long enough.
Actually, action movie name. I don't want to see it. Maybe still. It's like
what
sisu.
was this called? Sisu, no?
Yeah, it's like this basically. I think. Well, that's also it's
sisu
in that sense, I guess.
Sisu.
It's like an attitude that you don't give up in a way, and for me, maybe I have a bad negative thing about it, but I think it also is like really like this, that you keep hitting yourself head in the wall, and it's somehow revered and respected that you keep doing that. But of course, it can be like everything else. It can be good and bad, I guess, in that sense. That's like a.
I think depends on how you hit the wall.
It's not still like a material thing, so it's like a thought. It's an idea, or like
do it with the push bike against the wall. It's go faster. Yeah.
Yeah, at some point.
And if you do a good push bike, you can push bike around the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how about how do you handle the fear of unknown or the invisible?
The what?
The fear, because there's usually like a very short story. There was a guy who was like highly educated, who was like the people who deal with like the ground geologist. So there was a UFO story. He's making some diggings with small pickaxe thing, like calm guy, really non-violent, everything. Then there's a small craft landing. A small guy comes out. He says his first impression is he's taking his axe. He starts running towards the alien to kill it. And he was totally disappointed and surprised himself that this was his reaction. So he had immediate reaction to something really alien was fear. So in a sense, unknown or invisible, how do you deal with the fear in Spain, personally, or whatever, in the country? What would you say? Are you frozen?
Spain is frozen from fear.
Frozen from fear. Maybe even Spain in fear sometimes. So hey, how about you? The fear of unknown.
I don't know. You can never ever say in front, if an alien stand in front of me, what I will do. In the moment. But it's hard to say because it's really hard to say how you react in a moment. But fear, no, I don't live with fear. You know, fear is a good a point of energy to be active or to change your own life or to do growth. You know what we said in the other last Friday. But fear, no, living with fear is not a good thing. Spain is back again.
Spain is in a secret society today.
Yeah. I wonder
with a lot of fear.
Yeah.
The thing about this, like, how do you handle fear of unknown or in the invisible? Because if
badly, I normally block about this and I search for the company of my equals or my dog. Yeah, or my dog. You know, I think it's a good thing to have a dog because you hug the dog and the dog sees. I think.
I don't have a dog. I have a cat.
Well, the cat also can perceive, you know, but the stuff is like the dog can bite better than a cat, I think, whatever it is.
And the cats.
But I don't know. It's just like the fear of the. You know, I like to. The thing is like what you feel, because it has happened to me so many weird stuff, you know, like. And the thing is that you know.
You also have a dog.
What a coincidence. Life gives us presents and we don't know how. This is not an effect. And we are talking about
aliens.
And we were, o sea, tell me if this is not a coincidence. This is not any effect, I promise. I didn't put any effect, but now that we are talking about dogs and the invisible, that comes. This is the stuff that I am telling you that many times happens to me, like weird things that they are like entangled, you know? And then suddenly something happened and it's like, click, you know? But anyway, like I don't know what I was actually like. I was, that I have this weird sensation many times that I want, I am afraid of something, but at the same time, I want to explore it, you know? It's a call to okay, let's see what is this, you know?
To discover the unknown.
What is this, you know? I don't want to just run away and disappear, and I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything. I am not like this kind of person. I will run at the first time, then I want to see what is going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm also like that. I want to know. I will not run away. Fear is not my thing. I will not run away.
The point, fear is like everything. It's like the games, you know. Once I hear that if you have like the dragon is 7 and you have tools 3, you know, then better you run. You know, if the dragon is 7 and I have tools 10, then I don't have fear, you know. But the stuff is like when we are talking about, you know, like some weird stuff that I feel that I am losing almost conscience, or that I am losing, like, you know, that my heart is going out of my you know, like mouth. It doesn't make any sense that I stay there. I keep staying there, you know, like, no. And so it's like, yeah, you run when you need to, I guess. When your body
natural born instinct.
I trust my senses, you know.
Natural born instinct.
And this is the point for the first question, actually. That is like, if you remember that you have had like presence or something, or you have feel some kind of something, you know, when you were a kid, because I think like education and part of the education is exactly to block that sense, you know, of perception.
That is truth.
Yeah, and I think that this, for example, coming back to the Masonry and stuff like that, these guys are experiencing stuff, you know, through the sense, and they use the symbols to find out these sensations within themselves.
Yeah, but it also goes back many, many years. You both said it started like in the 1700s in Finland and in Spain too. But I
Yes.
think it goes way
Also
more
forever.
back.
Yeah, because the stuff
It's
is like
forever.
it's only the Masons that has been 300 years, but secret societies has been always there, and
Yeah.
also like a spiritual searching is something intrinsic that comes from us,
There is a
from
guy
all
who
of
is
from the human being condition.
There's a guy who is thinking that actually Christianity is a sun cult. That has nothing to do with the thing that they are telling, but that would be a sun cult. That's the food for thought. But basically, I think that for me now, if I may say a few words, is that depends on the situation. But I don't think that I run. Actually, I don't think I have run it. I let's say from starting from the first performance with the band, I was fucking scared. I have never done it before in front of people. I felt like vomiting. I felt like, I don't know, scared, really literally. I wanted to leave, but I was like, I have no option. I will go. And I did.
Yeah, but this is fear. But this is not fear to the invisible.
No, it's in a way, I didn't know what it is to be there. So it's unknown for me in that sense, but it's not quite that, yeah. But let's say that there has been like, okay, let's say that in the apartment you feel
because in there you know what can you expect. It's predictable. But when it's about the invisible or that the things that are not visible, you cannot predict what's coming out of there.
Well, I think you can also make kind of prediction what you could expect, but if you don't know, what is the opposite side or the enemy or the whatever. But I think, like, let's say that there was something that, oh my God, it seems that there could be something in the house. You know what I mean? I would go, and I would just shape up and go. You don't know if it's a ghost or it's a burglar or whatever, but you would go. I mean that you just go, and then like. In some other things, I think it's just like you somehow muster the will to go, because for me,
but isn't that man instinct?
Huh?
Isn't that a man instinct, masculinity instinct? If somebody is in the house, I will go. A normal thinking, like
No,
I will
because
go.
there are guys that are not like that.
Okay, let's say that maybe it would be an expectation
Yeah.
in certain ways that maybe.
But that's a different story.
Yeah, but let's say that in general, I think it would say, like, for me, it would be like, I feel like whatever it is, then I think depending on the situation, then I would feel that I would need to go. That I cannot, like you said, that I won't. Depending if I see like a dragon who is farting fire and eating people, and I have no weapons, I don't think I'm gonna run at the dragon and start asking like, what the fuck are you doing this? I probably will run, and then maybe I will try to figure out some plan to get rid of the fucking thing. Sorry, again. Yeah. Have to mind the language a little bit more. But I think like eventually, even depending on the situation, I think it would be like unknown, not unknown, invisible. You just have to go. I don't know.
Fear just makes you awake, makes you alert on all senses. But it doesn't mean that you run,
Yeah.
If you run, if your instincts see I'm in a position where I'm gonna lose my life, or I'm gonna lose the battle, or it's dangerous, or whatever, then you will pull back or you run away.
In this case, that's the point, that when it's invisible, when you are not seeing, but only perceiving, but not seeing with your eyes, that you cannot verify, you cannot also make predictions about what's like if you can fight the dragon or not. You know what I mean? Because you don't see the dragon.
I have an example.
I don't know how you.
But I will find out. I will check out.
Yeah, okay. I think for me, I think it would go to this, like, let's say this is not quite, but I was outside. I experienced something with that suddenly between buildings there is coming something. Okay, it was air, but it felt like there is coming something like, and it was fucking. I was really like, I'm not scared of weather much. That was one of the first times I was scared of a weather, and something came, and it was you could like feel and somehow sense it coming and hear it coming, and I didn't know what it is, and I have to
remember.
say that yes, I took my dog and I was like, we are getting the fuck out of here. In that sense, I didn't stay there to find out what the fuck it is. I just left. I took the dog.
I remember.
Yes.
Finland 2017.
Yeah.
A storm like hell. You cannot imagine. I have never. I was flying literally in the air. I was flying. It never happened something like this in my entire life. We were in the middle of the forest. Well, not in the middle of the forest. It was like the Central Park, but it's a forest in Helsinki. And then it was like everything, like suddenly, like it was summer, yes, and suddenly everything turned to black, and it was like, oh my god, like I was not there like waiting, or something. I was just like, how the hell do I get out of the forest? So I just started to run till I got out. And I was lucky because the stuff is like, I promise you, the trees were like, boom, boom, like, like when you are in how do you say, in this field with the grass, that they're like the trees, they were looking like grass, and they were like, still there are trees that you can see the whole roots because they have been like totally like pulled out of the earth, and you can see the roots that are like maybe like 2-3 meters diameter, more like, it's just crazy. Yeah, it was, I think it was 2017. It was, like it was my instinct. I didn't wait there, okay, let's see what happened or something.
No, but of course, in a sense, like what you told me is like also the weather is one thing that you can have some expectations that the trees are going to fall in that sense.
But in that moment, the trees were, you could not see that in that moment where the black thing came.
But you know.
Like that you wasn't sure what's going to happen, and you need to get to safety. There's no
exactly.
I
don't think
I wind thing.
Trust
I think
my
it was kind of tunneling, like a I don't know, tunneling wind or some kind of like this kind of thing that it just happened to come between buildings, and it kind of intensified, was packed in a smaller space, and you felt like, okay, I need to just get the hell out of here. And I think that could happen also, like if it goes really like well, let's say that with the weather, for example, I like thunder and lightning a lot, but I'm also kind of like have respect for it. I'm afraid of it, but I will go out for some reason. I feel electrified when I go, but I'm afraid of it, but I still go because it's too cool not to. It's too cool.
Can you do the camera's position?
Okay. Oh. No. Muy bien.
Okay.
So hey, hey, now if there's anyone commenting anything, let's see. I cannot see it good here. Can you Spain? See.
No, there is no one commenting. So we have, is the ether there? But if we don't have someone commenting in the live, doesn't matter because they can comment later in the comments of the video. So it's okay.
Yeah. Please comment, subscribe, like, and check out the other videos. Check this out. Leave your experiences. It's important. We would like to have some more discussions. We are talking to we want some others here as well. Who knows? Maybe we can interview someone some point. How do you think? Maybe.
Who knows?
But hit the bell, subscribe. Did you put the buy me coffee link? Maybe somebody wants to buy me or you.
No, they have to go to the other video to find it out.
I'm out of coffee and I'm outside. I think it's below zero, dude. But hey. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, all that. Hey,
do you think that religion will influence, by the way, in the way of like perceiving the invisible? Let's put it like this, like the culture about religion that we have, for example, about like Catholics or Protestants or Muslims or whatever,
Yeah, but isn't it so that Catholics, Protestants, and Muslims and stuff like that
speak it back in a sec.
all are talking the same thing? They only see it a little bit different, and they are talking. Let's say they are talking about something what is personal, but also like they don't understand something because there are things in nature humans cannot understand, and then they put on a god on it, and that's what humanity always did. You know, it's like the Celtic gods, the Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, Indian gods. You know, you have everywhere, and they always put gods for things they didn't know, didn't understand, or things like that. And well, I think Christian belief just
Like try to give an explanation about the know.
No, took all the gods away and put it in one god, but it's the same story. I think the more interesting thing of religions is that they all talk about the same thing, you know, and the same thing is there was something who created this world, and there was a big flood, and it's things like that, you know. And I think there is a truth behind it, but the truth we don't know. But a thing that happened many years back, you know, like really 30,000 years back or something, 10,000 years back or something like that. And that's where they speak about. It's like a myth. And what always happens in humanity, if there is a myth, people will always make it bigger, you know, more special or more weird or something like that. You know, if I tell my neighbor something, my neighbor tells his neighbor, and it goes on. If you are 10 people more away, the story is already bigger and more special and stuff like that. And I think that is religion too. And I think if you go to the basic, it tells something what happened in humanity's past, and we didn't know, and we did not discover yet. Or maybe I think some Masons know what's happened, but they cannot tell us the secret things they know.
Well, the Masons they affirm that there is like some architect behind this.
No,
they believe that
they know.
It is one of the premises for like to enter in the society. You have to believe that there is.
I think some of the Masons they just know.
Greater than you. No, you don't have to belong to any religion or something, but you have to believe that there is someone greater than something greater than you.
No, but there is nothing greater than us. Mm-mm.
Yeah, meaning like that there is an architect behind. Meaning like I guess like.
No, there is no architect.
No, but this is what the Masons says. I am not telling that I say. I am telling what the Masons.
But not all.
Hey, Dutch.
Yes, all the Masons have to believe that there is all the Masons, this secret society that I was telling you, they believe in that.
Yeah, but then they are some kind of religion, so some kind, you know.
They are creationists. Yes, they believe in creationism.
But I don't believe that all the Masons are like that. I believe there are also Masons who don't believe like that.
No. There are no, because that's the premise that for to enter there.
Yeah,
they all
in some Masons, but not all Masons.
No, pero es que the Masons is, there is to understand, there is secret societies that doesn't have nothing to do with Masons, but the rules from the Masons is exactly this what I am telling you. If you don't follow the rules, then you are not a Mason. You know what I mean? Okay,
so that Masons are religious.
Masons not religious, but they believe that there is a hierarchy. There is like someone that has built the world.
Yeah, then it's religious.
This tradition.
No, because you don't have to really follow any religion, but you have to believe that there is something superior than you.
Yeah, but believing something superior, that is religion, because you believe that there is something like a God. But there is, and that is religious. Without my
that's
opinion
faith.
in it.
That's faith. Yeah. That's
So,
faith in
and that,
something else.
Faith and religion are two different things.
What?
Faith and religion are not the same on my view.
Exactly.
The point being, like, and if I may say just in between, I was away. I had to go to PP. Can I say PP? Yes.
Yes.
I went to PP. PP. No, moving on. No, but I think it was, if I don't remember incorrectly, in the Swedish rite of the Masonry, that you actually had to be Christian, or otherwise you cannot enter. That's interesting. I didn't know that at all.
Yes.
And then I think
Not
another one,
not Christian.
and
you have to. In Finland, yes. In Finland,
it said that if you are not belonging to the church, you could still be a Mason. If you believe somehow in, I guess, God.
In something.
I don't know with the other stuff, in that sense, how it goes, in that how it is. But basically, yeah, that was at least what I wrote. Was reading about it.
Okay.
Fair enough. No. I had some creatures by the door.
Yeah.
And how about the role of science then? If it was religion, if you didn't talk about that already, how about science and like
You mean the science that we don't see, for example, about for example, like particles, because this is also the invisible.
Mm-hmm.
How, for example, there are particles that we are not able to see, no?
That's true. And on the other hand, also like that, if you on the other hand to use the science and all this, if it's like a tool to understand the invisible, I guess both ways, or anyway, science. How science.
For example, I would say, like, Mark, do you believe that they are looking? They are watching us, what we do.
Where? Who is watching us?
If there is like some entity or some others that are looking what we are doing in order to control or manipulate our movements for whatever purpose.
No, I think I don't believe. I think it could be and it could be not. You don't know, and we cannot know, not yet.
Meaning, I am talking about humans in this case, not UFOs.
If they are humans are watching us,
that they use your computer or your voice or whatever, and they are like studying us.
Yeah, definitely they do that. It's artificial intelligence who is checking us out, and now we talk about something, and we use the special words for it. So we get on a higher state of level of in interest level, and then they watch a little bit more, and then they see that we are just talking and nothing more, and then we fall back again. So yes, in that sense, yes. Politics are watching us because they want to know everything of us, because not personally, but if they see the group, they can see how the group moves, and then if you know how the group moves, you know how to control the group. So yes, in that sense they are doing that. Yes.
So it's like
that's invisible power that
it's about power. Of course it's power.
Mm-hmm.
Because psychopaths rule the world, so, and they want power. So
yes,
that's the thing.
And you, Suomipoika?
About science relating to the invisible.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you can, like I said, however, science, I think the science is also helping to see that some of the invisible is not quite what we thought. Well, nothing is ever quite what we thought, and it should be, I guess, the science's role in the end that it would evolve. But I have come to know that that's not pure at all, either in any manner. so we cannot really trust that too much, I guess. I suppose if something is possible, it's been done, and there have been now all sorts of leaks about the information, how people's information has been taken, and people have been followed. You know, in America, for example, there was kind of shocking stuff how much they were following their own citizens. I think it was the Snowden guy who was putting things that how much they actually were observing. I guess the powers are kind of like nervous, and because there is, like, for example, certain things in countries, different countries' constitutions that would give right to the people. People don't know about them, and basically, I think the powers to be are concerned that they want to keep us separate and stuff, so they will observe and use technology, I think, to whatever. I don't think there's any limit. I think they would go
I don't think that there exists even legislation for that.
So
and they do it anyway. So they go before the laws.
Yes.
And they do it anyway, and then they are giving them, once that they get the results that they want, they are telling us about that this exists or that exists. But I don't believe that the artificial intelligence just came now. One fucking no way.
No. It's already a long time there.
Well, for me, like I said, the tarot is an analogical artificial intelligence. I had even this idea at some point that maybe nowadays we have access to the internet, has a lot of information, and I was thinking that maybe earlier people had access to Akashic files or something, but you know, like with the head, with the mind and the spirit or something like this, and now it's more hardware. It's like you get
that maybe we should elaborate a little bit more for the people that doesn't have any, because like maybe we are thinking like they know a lot about this subject, but maybe the people that just joined the channel, they don't have any idea about this.
Yeah, who knows?
But there's stuff,
I don't know.
There's stuff is like, for example, these secret societies, they use a lot the symbolism, and in symbolism is a way to communicate, because when you use the word, you are losing like you are losing a lot, because you are just putting yourself in a box, you know, basically. But when you are using images, it says it's awake. It doesn't have like limitations. Like nature speaks through image, you know, and sounds, but not sounds like in a codified way, you know, like in a exact thing, you know. But it's more like that it opens you like the vision, you know. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, like tarot, that if you have not ever heard about it, it's like are just cards that has been put there, you know, like someone has made them, but they reflect the roles of that one person can have in their life, and has a lot of symbols on it, you know, and has a lot of archetypes, you know, and that stuff, you know, is for someone to experience and see, you know. It's a knowledge that you cannot transmit from a book to a book, you know. You just have to experience yourself. You see things, you know. And I guess that this is the same stuff that, you know, like that the Masons or other secret societies, this is why they use the symbols, you know, because they are really powerful, actually, you know.
I think that's why everyone
uses a lot. Yes. And then basically that is knowledge in the end. And who has the knowledge, it doesn't mean that control the things, but can indeed influence or do something, some more action, you know, that gather the power, you know.
It's basically, I guess it's like words. Basically, you can consider that speaking is magic, and then the symbols are magic, you know. They do funny things. Coca-Cola or whatever, Apple, it's a brand, and it gives, if nothing else, it gives you impressions what something is or how it's been presented, what you should expect from that, how do you feel about it, all that. So I guess that's kind of interesting. But I don't know.
So, but the point is like what you were telling. He was telling Suomipoika was telling that that the tarot is the artificial intelligence of the past, you know. Let's put it like this.
Not
the
past.
analogic version. And it's true, because with tarot, what you do is like you you try to solve the correct question to get the right answer. And this is exactly when you are with artificial intelligence what you are doing. Because if you want to get the correct answer, you have to make the correct question. Otherwise, the artificial intelligence doesn't get what you are thinking, what you want to say. So you have to be training. But the stuff is that then the answers are within you. So you have that knowledge. So what you are doing with the cards actually is like triggering the artificial intelligence that is within yourself, and that's the knowledge that is hidden there.
There's a difference.
The people doesn't know these things, but really,
No,
I always challenge the people, use it. But I mean, like,
the difference is you have to make one thing. The difference is tarot cards are truth inside yourself, what comes out, and artificial intelligence doesn't mean it's truth.
Exactly, because the artificial intelligence is controlled by someone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
the
thing.
That's the danger. But the other thing is totally free, because the stuff is that the information comes within you.
Exactly.
The answers are inside you, and all of us has the information within us, in our genes, in our experiences, in our history, so that doesn't mean that our truth is the holy truth. No, it means that we are a part of the truth. Like we were talking, we come from to the same spot that we were talking the other day about what is truth, what reality, what blah 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 blah. No. So, but the point is, like, when what I think, no, like, we are living creatures, and as a human, yeah, well, at least we are, if not a pest or a cancer or something. No, I don't think so. We are beautiful. I think that we are beautiful, but we are capable of the best and from the worst also, I think. But anyway, the point is, like, if you are coming here, like to stay in this planet, and then the stuff is like from your education, they are like cutting you the possibilities, no? Like they are like brainwashing you in a way, with history, for example, that this is your enemy, the other is your enemy, the other because is from the right wing and the other from the left wing, because this one is black and you are white, because the other is not a kid and they are not, all these kind of things makes like divide and conquer, so they have us all divided, and we cannot organize ourselves to live in peace, because it's not convenient. I really think that it's not convenient for someone to do this. But anyway, the stuff is like, with these tarot cards, you can, like, with the tarot cards, you don't really need the tarot cards. You need to observe and meditate about observation, what you see, outside. In the nature are thousands of symbols. Signs, for example, if you look at your hand, I don't know, like, these are things that I have observed myself, but a lot of naturalists have observed. I have eyes to see, like, my fingers are like the palm of my hand is 5 fingers, and then like, I can see the leaves of the trees, how they are, like, how are they distributing themselves, also I can see the comparison of the veins of my of my arms, and I see like the veins in the leaves, I don't know. There are tons of things that inspire you to think and to question and to see, the invisible, which actually is visible, But those kind of things triggers in you that capacity of growth. Yeah, we were talking the other day again.
Talk a bit about the growth. It's interesting. Hey, by the way,
yes,
can I ask one question from Mark? You were talking earlier about that there's no architect or creator. This is what you think, that there's no God or like this kind of superior creature,
Mhm.
then do you consider that then that the human being is the, like that's the shit, that we are the biggest deal that there is?
Well, it depends on what you think on what is bigger.
No, I
I
mean, like,
think
do you think that the human beings are that we are the, far as you know, or far as we know, are the most sophisticated and the most intelligent and powerful creatures that they are? Something like this.
I think I think people shouldn't even think in that way. I think you should think like at some point we don't know. Well, we are not able to know because we're just starting with it. At some point, the universe developed, yeah, and that's nature. Yeah, just call it like that. It's nature. It happens, and why it happens, we cannot imagine in our little head, in our little heads. But that's the thing also with us. It's like we developed from one cell beings. It's a chemical process, and that's why we are sitting here, and that's why we question. We question ourselves. What is there, and we are adventurous, and we want to know. And that's our basic instinct, and that basic instinct made us discover everything what we have discovered till now in human history.
Yeah.
And that's why a cow stays always a cow and doesn't grow. And that's why we grow. So are we intelligent? I don't know. It depends on what you think is intelligent. We are just curious, and we want to discover, and we want to grow. Is that intelligence? I don't know. Maybe it's stupidity, because maybe a cow is happier than us. Can be.
Maybe.
So-
Yeah, depends
so-
how you look at it.
Point being that maybe consciousness is actually a mistake. We don't know. We couldn't know. But I was just wondering, because you said that there is no
Yeah, and that's the thing where I come to. If you don't think intelligence is there, but it's just action reaction, then why should there be a creator? And if there is a creator, an architect or something, if there is one, just ask yourself the question: why did he or the she or the it or the whatever it is, why should it create us? Why? What's the ground reason from it? Why do they want to create us?
For fun, maybe.
What somebody would be saying, I think, would be that that there's no separation between us and the creator could be universe that created us to observe itself.
Well, the universe did create us, but the universe, it's not an intelligent being that created us. So why is it then an architect?
That was actually earlier the same question, was that if the universe is basically then stupid, it doesn't have any intelligence or any reason of any kind, how could it create something that is then more intelligent than itself?
Why are we more intelligent? Because if nature, let's say, if the universe make a little shit, we are gone.
So, yeah, but the point being is like, how, if you think about it, like in that manner, what I try to say, I guess, is that if something is really has no intelligence of any kind, it cannot. If you look at the nature and stuff, it cannot create something intelligent. So in that sense, I would argue that could mean that
you need some pieces to build the next generation.
No. If you look to nature, if you really look to nature, nature is really complicated because it's so simple, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. We also like in life. It's also, we think really complicated, but mostly it is simple. But it's complicated to think simple. Like that. And that's something I guess tarot cards do. Like they imprint you with one image. They imprint you simplicity, and you cannot, whatever you think in complicated, you cannot move away from simplicity, because simplicity is the truth. And
well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, if we are human beings, we can create at least now another human beings who we expect to be kind of like intelligent and conscious. So what I'm thinking is like, if the universe is not intelligent, not conscious, how could it create us? This is what it's kind of, if you think about everything as the cows are gonna create something that is another cow probably, and you know what I mean, that how could the universe, if it's nothing like us and it's totally separate in that sense, and it meaning that it's, if we consider that universe created us, but it's stupid. That
yeah,
has
but
no intelligence of any kind. How could it create something smarter?
it's really simple.
Maybe smarter people know better than me to answer that, but that's just something is kind of.
I think it's really simple. Just see it like that. At some point, there was a chemical reaction, and you get a one-cell being on this planet. And from that, it moved on, and the thing of life is survival. That's the thing of life. That is the basic of nature. And if you look to it, let's say, or brain part, or heart, or liver, or name it all, or parts, are all, for example, little beings. Let's see it like that, and they join together, and then fit us in this outfit, what we have as humans, and give us the way of thinking. And that made us supreme at this planet. But does that mean that we are more intelligent than other things? I don't know. We cannot.
My question, forget the intelligence in a sense, that's just one, in a sense, is one part of it. But I was thinking that if there is no higher beings or being than us who created us, so I was wondering that, do you consider that the human beings are the highest beings that there is?
We cannot know.
Yes.
At the moment, we cannot know.
Consider that there is no creator, so we don't know. I would say that we don't know that either. But well, maybe we disagree in this one. And hey, so I don't know, kind of lot of interesting stuff. There is probably more material to God knows how many other videos would be, or streams.
We can do a lot of streams, and maybe people should just write under our streams what kind of discussions they find interesting, or what they want to hear us more speak about, or something like that.
Yeah. And if we find it interesting, then we will talk about it. And if we are not going to. But, hey, but of course, if somebody has a good idea, this been stuff that we are interested in, so maybe that would give like a ignition to something else.
That will be really interesting how the people see about like if people, how they see the things that are not visible for them, or what is the reaction of them, to the unknown. And if they will think that there will be some hidden powers that are in control, not only in nature, but also in politics, in whatever thing that is that we are not able to control or to see, and that somehow we are driven by them.
I have a question actually, because there seems to be this kind of human thing that you need to think that somebody is in control, right? That it somehow, and it seems to be that if nobody is control of something that is happening, that is a bit of a chaotic and things can go whatever in a way. But I wonder, like, which is more scary, that if, let's say that there is no elite that is in control, maybe there's nobody that has any control of anything. So which is scarier thought, actually, that there is somebody in control, or then there is absolutely no control, that people are just trying to struggle to control, but they don't really control anything. Everything just goes somehow. So which is scarier? Let's say that there would be two options. I don't know if that's just a silly thought in that sense, but
I think if there is no control, the scary part for a lot of people is that they don't know what to do then anymore.
What about
but I guess the basic is the same, like what tarot card also shows. It's the basic is your feeling, your personality, your instinct. You know, that's the thing, I guess. And if there is a control and we are created, let's say there is a creator and stuff, yeah, then we have not done never something wrong in our lives because they created us this way. So if we make a failure, the failure is not ours. They created us wrong,
Yeah, well, that you could resign your responsibility by that. But I think the interesting thing, what I heard, I don't remember what philosophy is. It's saying whatever it is that presents it, but that the idea is that we are actually the universe, and universe created us to observe itself and to tell stories, because basically it wants to play a game. That it kind of creates you and me and her. Everybody's doing something and observing it, the universe in certain way, giving feedback what's going on, and that it's like a dreams after dreams.
So I have a simile here. Imagine, now we have this artificial intelligence. The difference between the artificial intelligence and how we do process stuff is that, well, in the end, this artificial intelligence has set up some limits, that they cannot surpass. But what about like for example in the Bibles or in religions that says, like, I remember that they say, like, God created the humans, but they give like the freedom of choice. What if we will give the freedom of choice?
How do you know?
So that will be exactly what you are telling, that we have created an artificial intelligence, we have created land. Let's put like a new species, let's put it like really science fiction stuff, but I don't think that is so much science fiction anymore, because that's like a really real truth that we are just like telling. So meaning like these cars can make like choices, like freely choices. Do you think, like, I don't know, how do you see this, what I am saying?
Mark?
I don't know. How do you say what you are saying? But
because that would be like a creator, no? We are the creators of the artificial intelligence. But what about like if there will be a being that has done the same thing with us that we are doing with the artificial intelligence?
Do you mean like it created us and then it's like, yeah, let's see what's gonna happen next?
Exactly. Do you think? Have you
no?
Think
why?
About
why? And
because
if
we are doing the same. We are doing the same. We are about to do the same.
No, we are not doing the same. We are developing an AI because we need that to develop as a human species and we to create possibilities to go into the universe and go into space, because we need artificial intelligence to control, let's say, mining operations or spaceships or stuff like that in the future.
Yes,
because space is that big and stuff, humans cannot travel really good in space. That's why we need it, and that's why we created it, and we didn't create it to control something.
No, but this is not my point. My point is like, yeah, Suomipoika.
Yeah,
maybe you can explain better my point.
Yeah, I think like I just said, I don't know if I can explain better. It's like you have this, that you create something, whatever thing, then you can have rules for it, you can control it. It's like your child in a way, I guess. It's like you give it rules and then eventually you have to let it go and see what the fuck it's gonna do.
And your child, you can give an input, but your child at some point is gonna do whatever he wants or she wants. But the AI cannot do this because we are limiting this. But imagine that we dotate the artificial intelligence with that stuff. We will have done the same, like what the religious or create. We will be like the creators of a new, let's put it like new species that doesn't have why to have like a body or something, but it's something made out you know, the components are the components that the eye has. You know, we have like a flesh and the eye, but at some point then these machines will have to have rights or stuff like that. You know, if we dotate them with the same like we have, will it not be the same like if someone will have created us? You know what? I don't know how to explain this in English.
Yeah, but if somebody created us, why? Just a question. Why do we have, for example, millions years of dinosaurs here where there were no humans? You know, for example.
But because there is in the creator doesn't have to be a purpose of goodness or badness. Just by experimenting, like we are doing, we are experimenting to creating something new.
Yeah, but why?
Exactly the same with us.
But why on this planet? There are millions of planets, or like Earth, even better planets.
I don't think that the creation happened only in this planet. Maybe that was one of the thousands of experiments that the creator wanted to make. You know, in this planet, I put the people with long hair that the hair grows and I don't know, whatever, with these characteristics. And in the others, they make like, for example, the aliens with the heads like this. I don't know. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
it's
like, hey, my theory is so valid, like whatever religion that is existing over there, you know, because why not? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think there is a creator. I really don't. So, no.
Well, I don't know.
And that's because there is no logical story behind it. There is no logical story behind it that there should be a creator, because then you make us as humans something really special. But we are not something special, you know, and that's the thing. We are not something complicated. We are just simple things, simple beings.
Sorry, the creator doesn't create only the humans, but create everything else that is there, no?
Why should there be a creator? Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Because it's nature, and nature is always simple. It's like if you
know, one thing doesn't take the other, you know, away. Also, this is something for my beliefs. First, I don't know. I cannot say one thing or the other, but I have the same amount of questions for one side than for the other. You know, that's my position. I am agnostic, by the way. So I am not an atheist or something, but I am like, yeah, I don't know, you know, I don't know. And I am curious about this, you know, but I'm also curious, but I have read like, I have listened to Dawkins a lot, you know, Richard Dawkins and stuff like that. And then I have also listened to other people as well, that they are creationists and stuff like that. And I have questions for both of them. You know what I mean? So I trust my sense, you know, in that. I don't.
For example, if we now discover aliens, and those aliens are 1 million years in front of us, you know, like for example, the old story of the Anunnaki and stuff, you know. If that's something, if we discover their proof for it, yeah, then you have some kind of creator, yeah. But that's a whole different kind of creator in the way we are, or a lot of people are thinking, you know. And
is this a critique about religion then only? I mean, like, is it about that you don't consider, or that's the main critique about that, because many people, mostly in religious circles, think that there's a creator, I guess.
Because but that I already told that earlier. Religion is more like, I think that's my opinion. It's more like myth, you know, myth, and people telling about myth to each other.
I think I'm not present at the time, so yeah, I heard something. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so
it grows, and you know, like, I can relate to that also. But I think for me also, like I wouldn't close the door. I don't know also. In certain ways, one would think like, okay, that is really specific how everything has to be that we existed. Then maybe if there's a creator, maybe it created 10 billion other races somewhere else. some are like cubes, I don't know, that look like ice and has like a
I
banana.
believe, I wouldn't be surprised that there are aliens, because the universe is that big. It's and all the minerals, what are necessary for life, come out of the universe. So, if you do the math, it's very logical that there is life somewhere else in the universe, but maybe they are just too far away from us, because
Yeah,
the
and there is
universe is
also
that big,
the Fermi paradox and everything, that maybe they actually, because the one suspicion is that if they are not anything like us, that it's very probable and can be pretty probable that the existing aliens have killed themselves off long time ago.
Yeah,
And
but so there are many such things.
Also like pretty slim to none. So there is
one thing of the humankind, that's really a thing, and I think that's also, you can also see that in religion and stuff. If there is something we don't know, for what kind of reason, we don't know. We're gonna think a lot. We're gonna think a lot of things. Oh, it could be this, it could be that, it could be, and then you could go searching, and then you see, yeah, I find proof for this. Oh, yeah, I find proof for that. But that makes it all complicated. And in the end, when you know the truth, you always look back like, oh, I thought 1,000, I thought 1,000 things, but it was so simple, and that's, I guess, with everything, it's like, once they said, humans couldn't fly. No, we are flying. They said for for a long, long time, people cannot travel faster than light. Well, they are now building the warp engine and stuff. Yeah, it will take a few 100 years, but they're already building it, and theoretical, it's possible. So we can go faster than the light. Not that we go faster than the light, but we bend space-time. So, it's simplicity. It's the thing, and what you don't know, you shouldn't think about.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that so much, but anyway, well, that's what you think, I guess. So I guess these kind of things can again be something that we could discuss like the next 5 hours, and then probably still be having a.
But it's great that like to know the views of you guys. It's like it's good, because then it's it's like different angles. That is your.
Yeah.
All of us, we have think about this. We are persons that wonders. I think the three of us.
And that's the beautiful thing. Three different persons, three different opinions,
and approaches about things. But it's really good, because then it gives you riches for me. Like even like so it happens with everything, no, with politics and everything, that gives it the chance to put a little bit in your shoes, to check with your perspective and how you think about this and stuff, and come with new questions, for you next day or whatever. So I think again it's a productive. Yeah, it's growth, and if it's not growth, it's fun. Whatever is like living.
Yeah.
Nice. Also, I go on a push bike away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Of everything, I guess. Is there like, I don't know, with the invisible still, like maybe some final words or something? But is there like some myth in your country about the invisible? That was something that was something that would be like interesting, like something very popular myth or something like this. Legends, myths, invisible.
Not myth, but for example, I can tell you, like for example, in the temples or cathedrals or whatever, like places that you see, like cult places, there is always like some kind of sensation. I don't know if it is like because I had to think about it. For example, like because we have so much in Spain. I don't know. Probably in Romania also they have a lot. I don't know, with the castles and like and all these things.
And all
And
this.
I have not been there, but I would really love to go, just like to experience this. But the stuff is like there. I don't know if it is because of how they have done with the architecture and everything, with the space maybe, and it has something to do also with geometry, and stuff like that, and how the spaces
probably
are
that
are
makes
put,
your head.
for the sound or whatever, but it creates some kind of bubble, I don't know how to describe, but I sense that, and I am not a witch. Well, maybe yes.
Are you sure? I'm not
I
so
think
sure.
Do we
maybe
have a
yes.
broom? You can fly.
Well, and the stuff is like, for example, there, because my family comes from the Galicia, and it's
Yeah, witches
a
in
corner
Galicia.
above Portugal, and there is a lot of it's like a land, for there's a lot of mountains and oak trees and rivers and rocks and everything like that, but there is like a lot of substance with this subject, there is a lot
Can I
of
ask?
a lot of like tales and stuff, so maybe this is why I am also maybe influenced by this. I don't know, maybe.
If you go, can I ask one question first? If you go
Yeah.
there, do you feel the invisible? Do you feel special things in there, or what place? Or like, for example, for Mark also, another question. Well, if Mark can tell some legend also, then then after that, maybe a place that has made impression. You said about the cathedrals that you feel that there is something there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So Mark,
cathedrals or whatever, like we have even churches or hermits inside like caves,
ah,
and well, I don't know, like you just, there is like from the Romanic to, like in Palencia there is no Valencia, but Palencia there is like, I don't know, like places where you can go also, like whatever temple that you go in Spain, you can feel this thing. Well, whatever temple that you can go in Europe, I guess as well, but I can tell you that
It's not
yes.
only temples; it's old buildings.
No, it's not the
It's
same.
old buildings where a lot of
Like this.
emotions happened.
this is
Yeah, I remember we were talking about in Friday the 13th. But no, I am talking that it's like something to do maybe with the space and architecture, how the build. I would like to like if someone that is an architect or something will tell me if there
give
is
us some
some kind of
information.
impact.
Maybe there's
with
the
this kind
golden
of things.
particle and stuff. Maybe it imitates nature. Whatever. If anyone
I
afterwards
don't know.
leave us comments, give us information, educate, please. We ignorant huggers here. If you know better, please give some info. But okay, hey Mark.
Yeah, because for the audience that they were not there, Mark was telling about like if there has been like a lot of emotions going in a place, that these kind of things stay there recorded, no, in the ambient.
Yeah, they have to watch the other stream where I said that.
Yes, exactly.
Just check it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then but hey Mark.
Friday the 13th. Yes.
How about the legends of invisible and myths or legends in your country? What would be something? Is there like I don't know, elves
I can
or
so in the past I cannot think a lot of it, but I once also Friday the 13th I told about the Flying Dutchman,
yes,
the story. And yeah, that's still a thing that a lot of people on sea and stuff, ship people, still talk about, and it's invisible, but they think it's visible, and it's still a thing.
Yeah.
So that's really a legend.
Yeah, even I heard it already long years back. I didn't know much about it. One thing what I want to say, like with the places and the vibes and stuff, I have to say that one of the most I think I have said it maybe many times, but let's say that one, maybe it's because what has happened there, the Colosseum. When you are at the Emperor's Gate or something, it's like, give me, I don't care what's gonna come, give me a sword and a shield, I'm gonna go. It's crazy. There is, for me, that was there a special vibe, like some visible strength. And then there was some dude explaining about the history and stuff, and then it says like it can be one of the most bloody places in the earth, that how much people have in the same small area been killed, and animals and everything throughout like decades and hundreds of years, like that there is concentration of like
what Mark was telling about emotions, actually.
yes, recorded, yes. But there was a special vibe. I went inside a pyramid. I didn't feel anything. I'm sad to say. I was tired and hangover. I didn't feel anything, but it's just fucking warm. I was disappointed, I have to say.
But they say the pyramids are a machine, and the Colosseum is something where a lot of, like you said, a lot of people died, emotion, stuff like that. And the pyramid is a machine.
Yeah, I know. They like somebody was telling that it's creating like some kind of energy and stuff that you put, and then there was a guy engineer telling you pour some substance from one side, another substance, and it will create something. It's like a power station or something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's why you didn't feel anything. That's a real interesting story. We should talk about it in this stream sometime. But the difference between the Colosseum and the pyramids, you know?
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, then is the stuff how the whole business of everything. Maybe that's the case. That could be. Who am I to say that it's not? Oh, Spain went holy somewhere. So
Spain went flying on a broom like a witch.
Maybe. Who knows? Basically, yeah. Well, and yeah, please, everyone, comment, like, subscribe, and all that, and put us ideas. If you like something, maybe we feel like we agree, we might talk about that. Maybe you can join to talk. We want people to talk. We want everybody to talk.
We want a conversation.
Hit the bells and everything. Buy us coffee. Did you put the link, Spanish?
No, I didn't. I will put it later.
Put it later. Let's put it next time afterwards. Maybe somebody wants to buy us coffee. Maybe we can come up together.
2 or 3.
More time for this when we have more coffee.
Okay. So
hey, I don't know. Should be like, if somebody wants, if there is no comments at the moment, comment, please do. Hey, participate. This is what we would like to see more. So feel free to share your experiences and all that. Basically,
talk with 3 European people from all around Europe.
Yeah. So if you're somewhere else, that would be interesting to see another point from India or I don't know, Africa or whatever place.
Exactly. We would love to know
Antarctica.
about you. And that the civilians talk with each other. You don't need to have any title. You don't need anything. Use your mouth and to express yourself, because that
your
looks
opinion.
like it's not okay anymore. So let's talk.
It's like, well, hey, basically, what? So the invisible business. Should we start wrapping this thing up? You figure it's been 2 hours now.
Yes.
Okay, so hey, key point. What we discussed? Oh no.
But remember how we do it. I didn't say how the Spanish people celebrate the end of the year, but that will be unfold in the next chapter, and maybe we can record it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh no.
Who knows?
Indeed.
Yeah, but that will be unfold in the next chapter.
So what
it's still invisible, but we will make it visible.
Exactly. It's still invisible, and in my case, because I am allergic, there is one deviation of the tradition, but I will show it.
Hey, what do you want to say about the invisible? If you start to wrap things up, summary, something about the invisible.
That there is a lot of things that we know. I will recommend people to trust themselves, because there is a lot of people telling us what we should follow, what we should not follow, and so on. Like I advocate for like to go to the inner, to go and check your inner and verify yourself that you are here alive and you have a voice to say things, you know.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yes, I mean, like go explore the invisible if you want to, but trust your sense. This is the stuff.
Dutch, Mark.
I think everything you said, Spanian, but I also think like the invisible is the unknown, and the unknown is the engine for us to grow.
That's pretty good.
So
unifying everything as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that.
And what about you?
After this, what could I say after all this kind of good stuff? That's lazy thing to say, nothing much. But I said, stay curious. That will be the stuff, I guess. The end. That
For the visible and invisible. Doesn't matter.
Invisible, all that. Hey, but what can I say? Once upon a time, una Española en Nederlander y Suomipoika, we want to thank you for participating or watching it this later. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, so you know when we're gonna be on. When we're gonna be on next time? Do we even know that yet?
Next year.
Next year, that's for sure. I think
it's gonna be next year.
3. The day 3, Friday 3.
Okay, date Friday the 3rd.
Yes.
Means
without the one.
Nothing much. Hey, so hit the bell.
And will be, and now we know that it's gonna be everything and nothing part 2.
Hey.
It's gonna be everything and nothing part 2.
Excellent. The invisible is becoming visible.
Now, if you subscribe yet, you need to start bloody subscribing, and I will say bloody subscribing like right about now. Just subscribe, okay? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. So don't miss out on the exciting conversations and cultural exploration. So stay tuned for the next one. And now our members gonna say something in their own language. How do you say Happy New Year in Spanish?
Oh, Feliz Año Nuevo.
Feliz Año Nuevo. And then
Feliz Año Nuevo. Mark?
Gelukkig nieuwjaar.
Gelukkig nieuwjaar.
That's not easy language somehow for me. Hyvää uutta vuotta from Finland. The changes tomorrow. And all that stuff. So
have a nice exit and entrance.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Subscribe for it. Buy the coffee. Do everything good. Be good to yourself. See you in the future. Hey, this is the part 2 of Everything and Nothing, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be on Friday. That's gonna be one of the most
Friday 3.
It's super full. You should come check it out, definitely. It's next year. Don't worry about it. It's only next year. So should we the music, maestra? Bye.
Yes.
Ciao. Have a good one.
Bye.
Ciao.
Adiós.
Hasta la vista. It's cold.